The Olympic Committee's decision to allow a man to compete in the women's boxing division has sparked controversy. This person, who identifies as a woman but has physical characteristics of a man, was permitted to participate in the women's event. Many argue that this decision is unfair to female athletes who have trained their whole lives to compete against other women. They believe that allowing someone with physical advantages to compete in the women's division undermines the integrity of the sport. For example, in boxing, physical strength and power are crucial factors in winning a match. If a man is allowed to compete against women, they may have an unfair advantage due to their physical characteristics. This decision also raises questions about the definition of a woman in sports. Should it be based solely on self-identification, or should there be physical criteria as well? Some argue that allowing men to compete in women's divisions is a step forward for inclusivity and equality. However, others believe that it puts female athletes at a disadvantage. The Olympic Committee's decision has sparked a heated debate about fairness and equality in sports. While some see it as a progressive move, others believe it undermines the integrity of women's sports. In any case, the decision has brought attention to the need for clear guidelines and criteria for transgender athletes competing in women's divisions. The issue is complex, and there are valid arguments on both sides. However, it's essential to consider the impact on female athletes who have dedicated their lives to training and competing in their respective sports. Men competing in women's divisions also raises questions about safety. In contact sports like boxing, physical strength and power can be a significant advantage. Allowing men to compete in women's divisions may also lead to a lack of opportunities for female athletes. If men are competing and winning, it may limit the chances for women to participate and succeed. The Olympic Committee's decision has sparked a wider conversation about inclusivity and equality in sports. While inclusivity is essential, it's also crucial to consider fairness and safety. Ultimately, the decision to allow men to compete in women's divisions should be based on careful consideration of all factors, including fairness, safety, and equality. The Olympic Committee should establish clear guidelines and criteria for transgender athletes competing in women's divisions to ensure a level playing field for all athletes. In conclusion, the decision to allow men to compete in women's divisions is complex and multifaceted. While inclusivity is essential, fairness, safety, and equality must also be considered. The conversation surrounding this issue highlights the need for clear guidelines and criteria in sports. By considering all factors, we can ensure a fair and inclusive environment for